Good evening and a very warm welcome to The Real Talk. We hope that your day is going well. Thank you for sparing time to be here with us. Use the hashtag The Real Talk. If along the way you feel touched and you want to give a comment or a remark, use that hashtag. We will find it if you share it on social media. My name is Jackie Lumbasi. We are live on RTV and on our official YouTube channel. Our guest today is an amazing lady. She's an American Business Award judge, Womanize president, and international speaker. Let's get to meet our guest. It is a pleasure to have you with us. Tania Tome is our guest. Good to see you.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure being here in The Real Talk.
Yes.
I have been listening a lot about your program, so I'm just privileged to be here today and be here, particularly in Rwanda for this international conference that I'm one of the speakers.
Is it your first time here or you've been around for a while?
No. I started being in Rwanda since 18.
Okay.
So it's like more than 5 years, 6 years, delivering leadership trainings, being a speaker, being a coach, and trying to contribute to the leadership and entrepreneurship ecosystem.
Fantastic. So we will get to that. Before we go there, I would love to know where it all began. So Tania Tome, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where were you born? What kind of family were you raised in? Just a bit about your childhood.
A little bit of myself. I see myself as someone always willing to be a student in general. I did born in Mozambique, but this last 15 years I have been traveling as a citizen of the world, working in many different countries, Uganda, Rwanda, Cape Verde, Angola, Brazil, United States, name it. I have opportunity to be there and work a lot to contribute to the ecosystem. And what can I say more about myself? I'm a writer. I have more than 7 books.
Oh, wow.
Personal development books, novels, even poetry.
Even poetry. I've seen videos of you. And you do spoken word as well.
Yeah, I'm a multifaceted person. I'm an economist by profession. I'm used to be a banker, more than 14 years in the industry.
Was that in Mozambique?
In Mozambique, analyst of risk of credit, director of credit and risk mitigation, numbers.
Yeah, you're a numbers person.
Then after that, I start my company. So as an entrepreneur, delivering leadership trainings, communication trainings, coaching, mentoring, everything that can support entrepreneurs, leaders, and professionals and people in general, from technical skills, hard skills, to soft skills as well. Because both of them are really important in the process of development and grow and succeed.
The first thing you told me when you and I met was, Jackie, my name is Tania Tome.
Yes.
Not Tania, not Tome,
Tania Tome. Yes.
Is that part of your personal branding?
Yes.
Speak a bit about that.
If you go...
Because you're the first person to tell me that. I've had very many guests on this show.
If you Google my name, Tania Tome is really a brand. I have been a TV personality more than 20 years. Working in the industry as an activist, as a writer, as a speaker, as a coach. So there's lots of things about Tania Tome in many different fields in many different countries. So if you want to find out, even if you write Tania, okay, it's good. But for me, it's important to relate myself with my surname because both of them could bring you the Tania Tome in the world. So any place that I go, I always come to my identity because my brand is Tania Tome.
When I was doing mass communication many years ago, I remember, I'll never forget this, my lecturer said, you want to be a news anchor, you want to be a TV personality.
Yes.
Say your name with pride and authority. Pronounce every single thing in that name. And so I know the importance of a name. And the fact that you want it pronounced very well, you want it said well, not cut into half, that is quite something. Is it something you'd advise other people to do?
Completely. As I said, we have also communication programs, brand, personal brand, corporate brands, because we don't work only with personalities and people, but we work also with companies. And when you are growing with your brand, you need to have procedures, protocols, principles. Otherwise, people will not follow that principles, and then you will lose your brand. You will lose your identity. So when you go out there, you need to have that identity, and you need to understand what is related to identity. Maybe clothes, but it's not only clothes. Maybe knowledge, it's not only knowledge. The way that you face TVs and media, you need also to embrace the information that you need to be there as your brand. So it's many different instruments that you need to use. And of course, I'm aware because I'm a coach and we have a company and we teach them to the people.
Yeah. Did you always want to become a coach, or did you have other ambitions?
One of the main things that I see myself as is an entrepreneur.
And that started way back?
Entrepreneur. I did start selling jewelry when I was 13 years old in my school. So I was always looking forward one side to have money, but the other side to impact people. So I had like groups of dance, groups of music, of philosophy. I was teaching. I was doing everything in my school times and always looking forward to be independent. So entrepreneur is my main skill. I'm entrepreneur as a mother, entrepreneur as a creative writer, entrepreneur as a coach, entrepreneur as an entrepreneurial self, having a company, owning a company, and entrepreneur teaching people how can they succeed.
So you move around the world telling people about success.
Yes.
You've got this series, Succenergy.
Succenergy.
What is your measure of success?
Succenergy. Succenergy is like, it's a symbiotic word. Success comes from the efficient management of energy. Okay.
Okay.
And I truly believe that all of us, we have the talent and success within. But we need to embrace skills to make bloom. And so I think that all of us, we have already the success and
it's inside us?
It's inside. It's inside. It's like, it's not properly a destiny, but it's like all your energy that you have inside, but you don't know how to manage. As soon as you start understanding how can you develop your internal and leadership skills, how can you develop your muscle of motivation, your muscle of resilience, your muscle of persistence, you will fight until you win. So there's lots of things that I teach with the Succenergy. Of course, the first thing is leading yourself, and some kind of, I bring like a disruption, because I talk a lot about habits that you have on a daily basis that are not supporting you. But at the same time, one of the things that we don't learn at school is, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is my mission?
We don't learn that at any
we
point.
don't.
No.
So this is one of the main things. If you don't know who you are and where are you going, it's impossible to run and succeed. So you need to be conscious about your purpose. You need to work in different principles to bloom all your energy for success. And then you need to develop the muscle of motivation, resilience, and persistence to fight until you win. I know that.
So how do you know then what your purpose is? Is there a formula? Is there something for someone who's watching us and they haven't found their purpose, they scratch their head and they're wondering, what is my purpose? What do you tell them to do in order to figure it out?
There's lots of things in my Succenergy book, principles, because are very practical principles on the things that you need to ask yourself, to ask the 5 people around yourself to know what is the road to understand your purpose, your talents, the things that you have more potential or strength to do. So there's lots of questions, but I see the psychotechnical tests that you have in schools and some human resources companies that all supports you to see what are your best abilities, what are your the things that you have with more energy to flow and to bloom. So lots of things you need to work in terms of practical, you need to do these questions, but sometimes even your mother knows that, hey, this will be a fantastic lawyer. Oh, this will be a fantastic politician. Because on a daily basis, you are showing up some different skills, even when you are little, children, but you are not conscious about that. So what you need to do is to go and move to the beginning of your field, trying to see the things that you love the most, trying to see the things that all the people are like saying the same thing. Oh, politician.
They're all saying about, yeah,
exactly.
This about you.
Exactly. This is about myself.
Yeah.
But also, you need to make questions about the things that you love the most, without any effort. You are doing because you feel the pleasure. That's no, I feel I love this.
I love
like
to talk.
do this. Yes. So you feel
Is there purpose in there?
yeah, there's a purpose in there. Maybe you are, because of that you are here.
Here we
you can
are,
be a journalist, you can be a teacher, you can be someone that loves to work with audience, even a creative or spokesperson. So everything is already within, but one of the things that we need to do is to be conscious about the things. Yeah. And it's not an easy process to become conscious about the purpose, but it's something that is feasible and you can learn how to do it. I will advise you to read the Succenergy book.
Do we have that book in our bookstores in Kigali?
Amazon.
You know, Tania Tome, there are lots of motivational speakers out here. And lately, I spend a lot of time online and I see people sort of getting a bit negative about motivational speakers.
Yes.
You know, they will fly around the world telling us all these things. Some of them don't live by those things.
Exactly.
I want to know if you have specific stories, if you can share one story of somebody who was in an audience that you addressed and they came back to you and said, this was it, this jolted
Jesus
me.
Christ, I have millions of stories of that.
Give me one
because I will tell you about the African Union youth. He's the African Union youth now. Is fellow? No, it's not fellow. Is how can I say it? He's working with African Union as the one to motivate youth, and he did wrote a specifically Instagram letter for me saying, Jesus Christ, I can't believe after starting Succenergy, driving to that process, I did learn about myself and I start fighting and start believing in myself. I start working and I start following all the principles. And now I also had the opportunity to get the networking and apply. And now I am one of the youth that is working with the African Union. I was saying, wow. The other one is already working now with the United Nations after doing the mentorship with Succenergy. The other one is writer now, did release the first book. So my book and my trainings are really disruptional because you start understanding that you are wasting your energy. And we are like computers and cell phones. We have 100% of energy. And then when we start like reducing the energy because we need to recharge. You need to focus on the things that you control, and you need to focus on managing efficiently your energy. If you waste with polemics, if you waste with gossip, if you waste with things that you don't control, if you waste victimizing yourself, if you waste complaining, if you waste doing the envy, even with envy, you know, your energy will be 20% only to work with your purpose. So this is dangerous. The rest
of it is going to useless things.
Completely.
Been wasted.
So as soon as you start to be conscious about the way that you manage your energy, you will save your energy for the things that you need, for your purpose, for your mission, for your goals. And then you will see, if you plan yourself at the beginning of the year, you will start seeing results at the final of the year, because you are engaging your all energy on the things that you control and that you need to develop.
Somebody could come to you and tell you, you know, every new year I set my goals and I did everything right.
Yes.
By my own powers and with the things that I could control.
Okay.
But Tania Tome, I haven't moved.
Okay.
I feel stuck.
Okay.
In the same place.
Okay, let me answer that.
Please.
There are 7 principles of Succenergy. And somehow they are the questions that you need to do to ask yourself why I'm stuck, why I'm procrastinating, why I'm not developing or not even grow a little bit more if I feel that I'm doing everything or I'm doing the most. Yeah. First thing is the first principle. Are you conscious about your purpose? Is that your purpose? Is that your goals and objectives that you need to follow? First question. Okay, I'm conscious about my purpose. Okay, are you passionate about it? That's why our 7 Ps. Are you passionate enough about your purpose? And do you understand what is being passionate about your purpose is? In all the day, at least you think about your purpose 5 times a day. Do you feel that energy? Like you are in love with your purpose. You want to marry with your purpose. You say to your purpose, I love you and I want to conquer you. No, you don't do that.
It should happen 5 times a day.
At least. At least you need to say, I will be the person. I'm doing this. I will achieve this. If you don't say it every day, at least 5 times, you are not passionate enough about your purpose. The third thing is plan.
The third P.
The third P.
Plan.
Because many people maybe are conscious about the purpose, maybe they feel that they are passionate, but they don't plan anything. And to plan, you need to ask these 5 questions. How, when, who, my why. How can I do that? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And then if you answer that, people think that, this is only for business people. No, this is for everything you want to do in life. There's spheres, you have family, you have a personal, you have community, you have business, you have professional. Everyone needs to make plans about the things that they want to achieve. If I want to marry, if I want to have kids, whatever you decide.
Big and small things that we want in life. However small something seems.
Completely.
Okay.
You need to planify yourself. Then the 4th one is something that is beautiful that I named praxis.
Practice.
This is Latin, and this is a combination of 2 things. Action and ethic.
You called it praxis.
Praxis. Praxis. This is action
and
or positive action. So praxis with ethic, with conduct. Because I don't believe that success could happen for someone that is related to corruption. I can't believe that success is related or leadership is related to someone that do bad things. Even though they have the energy to motivate people, you know, a robbery, someone that steals things, have plans, have purpose, and work for it. But it's a leader? No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't want to emulate
Completely. So when you go to the 3rd one, I'm talking also about all this meritocracy process that is important as part of the process. So I'm not talking only about actions. Are you taking enough actions? Many people are not taking enough actions. And then they quit.
We talk a lot more than we act.
A lot. We say so many things and we don't act. And then when we go to 4th, we go to persistence. We have to repeat the actions. You see, I love to give this example for all my mentors, my mentees, and my coaches, and all the participants in my courses. I love to share the 4 years training of Usain Bolt to make more 4 seconds. 4 seconds.
And 4 years of training.
So I'm saying, what I mean, people are not repeating enough. People are not mastering themselves enough. People are not training enough. And then they think that everything is fast. But everything that is fast and comes fast goes fast. So people have to understand that they have to master themselves. They have to train themselves and see, is this my purpose? Okay, I'm sure. I'm passionate about, oh, I need to do a little bit more. Oh, okay, in this
Have I planned this well?
Plan this well, or I need to add more things to my strategy. Or I'm taking actions enough, or I need to go in this direction. Or I'm being persistent enough. Then it will be the fifth piece, progress. You'll have progress. If you do the things, even if it's a little bit, and you need also to compensate yourself for your micro wins, because things sometimes go slowly because of your programmation, the setup, your mindset, your believing system. You have if you don't believe in yourself, how can you achieve anything?
Impossible.
So the first point is, I believe that in the next year, I will be achieving this. If you don't believe, you'll not achieve. And then the pessimists are always right, because they say that everything is wrong. They will achieve the wrong things at the final.
They'll talk themselves down.
Completely. So it's important that you change your believing system. And this kind of things like, it's like, oh, she's saying like it's easy. Oh, no. But you need to believe in yourself, and you need to start today analyzing the qualities of your thoughts. You know, we have millions of thoughts in our minds. If you have more than 70 or 80% negative thoughts, your results will be negative.
They'll be negative.
Because your thoughts influence your feeling influence your action influence your results. And this will be a continuous process. That's why if you say a believer is always right. But if you see a pessimist is always right too. Because everything you think, you will move forward to achieve that premise that you established at the beginning.
So if it's negative, it will be that.
It will be that. So it's really important in all this process to be conscious and take a conscience about what is sabotaging you on a daily basis. It's yourself. There is nothing else.
So self-sabotage is real.
Completely. And, you know...
Tania Tome, there are times when people say, when you're working towards that success, towards that goal that you've set out, don't look at other people around you. Strive to be a better version of who you were yesterday. As a coach, is that doable? That I just move, disregarding what everyone else is up to around me?
I think that the first thing is really look to yourself as the most beautiful investor, as the best person that can help you and support you, as the person that could drive you through the success that you need. First.
Yeah.
Second thing, of course, you need to understand that there are references. People that need to inspire you to be better as well. And you can see that person and say, I can do it as well. It's possible. Okay. And as part of that process is one of the main things that I do, because tomorrow I will be in the Inclusive FinTech Forum as one of the speakers. And my topic is From Hustle to Her Story, Trailblazers Women's. And
From hustle
to her story.
Trailblazers
Women's. And this topic for me is one of the most amazing topics. And even Tania Tome says about me being a mentor as a trailblazer mentor.
No doubt.
Because I go to spaces, I'm a native Portuguese speaker. And I go to places, and I'm the only Lusophone person, and I go to places, I'm the youngest. I go to places, I'm the only woman. I'm now the American Business Award Judge first African, first Lusophone, first whatever, and also the first president of the Committee of Women and Business Award globally that is held in New York. And all of these things are happening because I believe in myself and I'm willing to be a student. And you know, 15 years ago, I didn't even speak in English. And I said to myself, I want to go international. I need to be willing to be a student. Let me work on that. And then I bring English to myself.
If English will take me there, let me learn the language.
Let me learn. I start learning that. And I was always teaching in Portuguese, but now I'm a coach in English. Now I can train other people. Now I go to United States and I work there. I work in Brazil and it's all of the things is in the system, believing system.
Yes.
You need to believe in yourself and you need to work hard because many people doesn't want to work. They want to have the results without the inconvenience of working hard, of sweat a lot, because in that process it will be very difficult. But the beautiful of the things is the challenge are there to you to overcome. And my code is the bigger the challenge, the bigger the flight.
Amazing.
So let's do it.
Amazing. We'll take a short break. We're almost coming to the end of the conversation. I love this so much. And it's possible that you've come across different motivational speakers, different speeches, you know, and you always left feeling like, well, that sounded so repetitive that, oh, you know, I've tried that, it didn't work. I hope that from this conversation with Tania Tome, you've picked something that indeed is going to help you make the next big move. And it all starts with what? Believing in yourself, as she said. Because once you believe in yourself, then others will believe in you. Even opportunities will be sent your way because people believe in you. Let's take a short break. We will be back. Welcome back. This is The Real Talk. We are live on RTV and on the YouTube channel. Please share that link so that if there's anyone out there who's not currently watching and yet this message was intended for them, that they get it. My name is Jackie and our guest is Tania Tome. As I said earlier, she's an American Business Award judge. She's the Womanized President, and I want us to come to that. March is the month of women. We've got Women's Day. We talk about the amazing work being done by women to take their different societies forward. Let's talk about Womenized organization.
Our main focus is to empower women and youth. So we have different programs, mentorship, we have awards, we have conferences. We are doing now, organizing a conference in Ghana. Beautiful. Then we're going to Brazil as well, then Nigeria as well. Everything established to empower with inspiration, with technical, with soft skills. Also recognizing the people that are doing amazing work, understanding that gender inclusion is really important. You know, we, in our industry and our societies, we have more than 55, at least, more than 50% are women. They are active, but they don't have access to education. They don't have the same opportunities. And I feel that working with youth and working with women, we are taking advantage of our potential and active people that could embrace the development of our nation. So we need to establish and contribute to that leadership and entrepreneurship ecosystem, giving the right skills, giving the right information, giving the right energy and motivation. Many people think that, oh no, motivation, it's not good. Discipline is better, but they don't understand that discipline is the higher level of motivation. Focus is the higher level of motivation. Everything that is related to the things that makes you taking action are related to motivation. And internal motivation is not external motivation, the things that you think about the salary or things that you receive as an award or a compensation. No, motivation
from the inside.
Internal, from the inside is your why, is your purpose, is the main thing that makes you move from A to B. And people have to understand that as normal. And sometimes I try to say people, because there's lots of motivational people that appears and say things, but I live the Succenergy since the beginning, because my story, nowadays my mother and my father are not here. Unfortunately, I did lose them this year, like between 4 months, and it was critical.
Sorry
it was
about
difficult
that.
for me. But I didn't live with my mother since I was 4 years old. And I always say to me that Succenergy did born there, because I didn't have the opportunity to live with my mother, and I start realizing that, okay, but she's alive. Sometimes she comes, and then sometimes she visits me, and then we go out, and she tried to engage with me. And so this is good. At least I have this.
But did you have a mother figure? If your biological mom wasn't there, was there another mother in your life? Maybe a stepmom?
Maybe a stepmother, but you know, a stepmother is not your mother.
No, it won't be the same.
But yeah, and I did live a lot with my father figure. Even my father figure, though, was also a very busy guy. So I started living alone with 17 years old.
Okay.
And I started working with 13, as I said. But all of this comes not as a fragility. It comes as an energy, understanding that I need to work in myself. I need to understand myself, my inner self. So very early, all of this, I always say to my mother, because even my mother was learning the last 5, 6 years, like focus on her purpose. She was dancing, she was doing lots of things. And then she did learn from Succenergy book. And then she was following, she was the #1 fan of Succenergy, and the #1 following and saying, ish, my gosh, I need to follow my purpose. Even with 15, with 16 years, with 60 years old, I need to start follow. And she made it. These last 6 years, she was living her best life.
She lived a full life.
Yes,
and
it was beautiful. But I'm always say that all the things are related to your perception. Because all of us, we have challenges, eh?
Yeah, we do.
But sometimes you took your challenge to put you down. You need to take your challenge to put you up.
Yeah.
And try to understand what is the learning. What is the learning?
Out of this challenge,
exactly what I'm learning from here. You can say it God, you can say it energy, you can say the universal intelligence, whatever. But every time that something is happening to you, there is something that wants to teach.
Yes, there has to be a lesson.
Always. So the thing is, change your perception, change your angle, and try to reach out and learn from that experience.
My last question, Tania Tome, and this I want to go specifically, your response will go specifically to the females that are watching.
Yes.
I want you to talk to us about networking for women and how that looks.
Yes.
And then I also want you to talk to us about women identifying opportunities, positioning themselves for these opportunities, preparing themselves, and negotiating better when it comes to the rewards that should come out of this. I'm asking this question because many times this has happened to me as well. You go into a room and you ask for what is less than what you actually deserve. And then there are times when we will say, in my career, and I hear this from a lot of women, men have helped me more than my fellow women. And so you wonder, is it because we are not that many women in the professional space? So I want you to just lump it all up. Then the issue of, the reason I bring up the negotiation and how can we make that better is because one of the biggest problems in the employment space is less pay for women. It doesn't matter where we are, you'll always find the male getting more than the female. I know I've gone all over the place with that question, but you answer it the best way you can.
Okay, I will try it. I'm not, you know, I will try to do my best with the knowledge that I have. I think one first principle is not victimizing yourself. Because if a woman goes to a space with that energy of, oh, I'm already one the space of my market doesn't respect me, doesn't give me the real value, you really go with that energy. And then everything comes to the believing system. Okay, so you need to prepare your self-confidence to understand that doesn't matter your society, and we are in fact in a society that woman doesn't have the same opportunities, but you need to go to that market saying, okay, if we don't have the same, I want to be part of the process of creating that. Not only for me, but for all of. That was the main reason of my mission of creating the Womanize Foundation. I know that we don't have the ecosystem, but let me think about the women and the youth as part of that process and try to engage them with training skills to do that. So prepare your self-confidence, understanding that exactly because you are a woman, you have all the skills and the best skills to be prepared with the best energy to have more results than men. Okay, go with that energy. Because if you go with that energy, when you go to that space, people will feel it. People will feel it.
They'll feel the energy.
Completely. Will feel your energy and will create empathy with you. And more than you expect, the waves and the everything that is happening that you don't see are intangible, are there and are working for you, I can tell you. The second thing is to go prepared. You know, it's better to be prepared for the opportunity than the opportunity comes and then you are not prepared.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself, prepare your pitch, a small pitch. People talk a lot about networking, even when I am with women, youth, or any professional, and most of the people doesn't know how to do it. It's not about your visit card. It's not about that. It's not about you going and then trying to say everything to the person like, I'm this, I'm that, I need this, I need that. No.
Within 3 seconds.
No.
6 seconds, you've said everything.
6 seconds, you need to know your pitch. What is your why? What is your problem? What is the solution that you are bringing? What are your X factors of success? Why you? 6 seconds. And the second thing is when you go to a place, you need to know who will be there. And study. Study. If I'm going to this networking session, I need to know who will be there. I need to make a small research, a small due diligence. Because when I start a conversation with someone, I need to start with the things that this person likes, that this person loves the most, that this person's relate. I will not start my conversation saying, I am the president of Womanize, I have been doing this and this and that. No. I will be starting a conversation about, if I'm talking about someone in the bank industry, oh, what have been happening in the bank industry these last 2 years or these last months? And then start with a point that will open the mind. Because if you touch in a thing that he's related to, it's like a database. It will be opening for you. And then the final thing that I need to say to you is everything is about conquer spaces. And sometimes takes time. So we need to understand that if we decided that we want to be part of that process of changing our narrative, we need to carry on working as collective. What that means. Join associations, join an NGO, join Womanize, try to understand what we are doing, join, and make that process as part of you creating your NGO as well. One of the main things that I do and love the most when I'm with my mentees and participants is saying, do that, you are not more my competition. We are always collaborators.
Yeah.
Because our society, our nations needs each of us succeeding, each of us doing together for a better and brighter future for all of us. If we understand that, you understand that you will be part of the process. You will be fighting and fighting and you will be doing, and then in that process, you are leading yourself. The leadership is coming, your success is coming, because everything is a process of enjoying the journey and fighting until you win. And I know that you will.
Beautiful. With everything that you've said on this show,
Yes.
if there's that thing that you'd love someone watching to take away,
Yes.
what would it be? What would be that message that you want to leave with our viewer today?
But first of all, I will motivate you to research about Tania Tome on Google, and also find myself on Instagram, Tania Tome Official, and say to you there's lots of things that I'm talking about. There is lots, of course, things in English, things in Portuguese, things in Spanish, lots of different languages. But the main thing is understanding that it's possible. I'm here, I'm from a Lusophone country. I'm here in Rwanda delivering leadership trainings. I'm going to United States. So it's possible. I'm here, I'm a simple person, as you are at your home, but we are special. And all of us, we have talent within. So please don't constrain yourself, trying not believe in yourself. Change that. And my homework of the day will be, reflect on the quality of your thoughts on a daily basis. If you have many different negative thoughts, or you relate all your energy doing bad things with polemics, negative things, trying to research about other people, you are wasting your energy. And we have today internet, and this is a huge platform to learn. Be willing to be a student, be focused on your purpose, and carry on working, because I truly believe in yourself. Succenergy, Succenergy, Succenergy. Activate your energy and discover all your success within you. I believe in you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. She believes in you. Do you believe in yourself? Tania Tome, that was powerful. That was powerful. Thank you for honoring our invitation. It's been a great pleasure talking to you. Yeah.
See you soon.
Without a doubt. We'll certainly have Tania Tome back. Thank you for making time to watch The Real Talk, and I do hope that it has left you with something. I like to say there could be 1,000 people currently watching the program, but maybe this message did not come for the 1,000 of you, but there's that one single soul that this message was intended for. My prayer and my hope is that it will hit home, and it will not leave you the same. Thank you for staying tuned. My name is Jackie Lumbasi. Your guest was Tania Tome, American Business Award judge, Womenized president, and an international speaker. She's all over social media. You'll find her on the different platforms. Interact with her, interact with her work. We're looking forward to seeing you again next week. Take care of yourself, and God bless you.